Good morning. I'm reading a letter I wrote, trying to see if I still like it or not. I think this year I'm going to focus on marketing myself and my business through more letter outreach, and see how that lands on people. I don't know. What do you guys think? I wrote this long, like 2-page letter to send to the neighborhoods around. I wonder if you guys would think it's interesting. Hi, good morning. How are you? I wonder how this would land on you guys if you got a letter in the mail from someone you didn't know, and what would you think, right? Like, would you be offended, or would you be curious, and would you want to take action on something like this? And so, let's see. This is kind of just the life of growing your own business. You think that you're getting into personal training when you get certified to be a personal trainer, but really, if you want your business to explode, you become a marketer. That's really all you are. A salesperson, a marketer, all that. And so, let's see. I'll read you the letter. Dear residents of this particular neighborhood, which I probably just won't say. I hope this letter finds you in great spirits. My name is Madeline Hatch, and I'm the owner of Hatch Services, LLC. A fitness and nutrition coaching business dedicated to helping individuals transform their health and life and live their best lives. It's no secret that many people face challenges like reduced muscle strength, hormonal imbalances, and fatigue as they navigate the demands of daily life. While doctors are essential for diagnosing and treating medical conditions, there is so much more that can be done to support your health proactively. That's where Hatch Services steps in. We focus on preventative care and lifestyle transformation through personalized fitness training, nutrition coaching, and accountability programs. Our approach is designed to help you build muscle, improve energy levels, and support hormonal health naturally. Strength training in particular is a game changer. It doesn't just help you feel stronger, it boosts your metabolism, enhances bone health, and plays a vital role in balancing hormones. 1. Low energy and fatigue. But people who are under-muscled often struggle with persistent low energy and fatigue. making it difficult to keep up with daily activities and responsibilities. 2. Increased risk of injury and weakness. Without adequate muscle strength, tasks like lifting, carrying, or even walking can feel daunting, increasing the risk of injuries or falls. 3. Impaired metabolism and hormonal imbalances. A lack of muscle mass can lead to a slower metabolism and exacerbate hormonal imbalances, contributing to weight gain, poor recovery, and reduced overall vitality. At Hatch Services, we go beyond just providing a workout or a meal plan. We guide you to build sustainable habits that improve your quality of life, improve your strength and vitality to keep up with life's demands, address root causes of common issues like low energy and weight fluctuations through tailored exercise and nutrition strategies. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Whether you're looking to regain your strength, feel more confident in your body, or take charge of your health in ways you haven't before, I'm here to help. Together, we can create a plan that works for your unique needs and lifestyle. To learn more about how Hatch Services can support you, I invite you to attend a free introductory session or connect with me for a consultation. Let's explore how small, consistent changes can lead to a transformative health journey for you and your loved ones. Your health and well-being are my priority, and I'm excited to help the residents of blank to take the first step toward a stronger, healthier future. Yours in health, owner and coach, Hatch Services, LLC. Yeah. That sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound overwhelming. That's the biggest takeaway, I feel like. I hope that it just sounds calming and what is the right word? Kind of almost just informative and empowering. So I just need to fold these all up, and then I need to get the addresses and then envelopes and stamps, and then send them off. And let's see, then I have like a bunch of other addresses that I need to send these to as well. So so yeah, that's kind of what I got going on right now. So yeah, I need to fold these up. I'm trying to think of like how I should fold these up in like the prettiest way, you know? So I'm thinking yeah, maybe this way. And the interesting thing that I thought about the other day is that writing or sending out letters as a business certainly is not a new concept. People have done it for a long time, and so much cat litter on my tables. It's amazing. And I know that most of the time whenever I get some sort of offer letter, whether it's like through a credit card company or or some sort of like food delivery. I really actually, now I think about it, I don't get that many different things, which is kind of nice. Let's put it right there. So I almost wonder, I know my experience isn't the same as everybody else's, but you can certainly, that's pretty good. You can certainly make kind of a lasting impression on other people by sending a nice letter, a nice personable letter. I have got a lot of letters that I want to send this year, which I think will also help me to get myself out there. And I know that we'll have I'll have lots of failure this year. I'll have a lot of people who are not interested. But there are I kind of had this wrong the other day. I was like, there's only like 8 million people on the planet. Then I had to fact check myself and I realized, oh wait, no, that's not true. Times that by 1 billion. So we have 8 billion people on this planet. And you're telling me that nobody's interested? If I have already made like a huge impression on the town, just a small town of just over 3,000 people, let's equate the town of Crockett that I live in to the 8 billion people on the planet. If there's, let's say, the 3,200 whatever people that live here is the 8 billion people on the planet, and I have impacted at least 10, let's say 10, 15, 20 people at the most. They're just different layers, right? I probably have mostly impacted 10 people, but then I have reached out to and spoken to and like have given advice to, so there's different layers of impact. But if you have like officially become a client of mine at any point and you live here in town, if we equate the 10 compared to the 3,200 people that live here, and there's still more people who I have not spoken to and not impacted, yeah, there's so many people that live here and I just have never met most of these people. I can certainly say I have lived here for 15, 16 years, and people have come and gone. There's definitely a lot of people I don't know here in town. And so my impact is definitely not at its capacity. My impact for just the world is not at its capacity. Even like T-Mobile, so I'm the 9 to 5 that I work for, we have T-Mobile as one of our clients, and even they are not at their capacity of impact. They have just bought a company, a media company, to work on their ads so that their ads are reaching even more people more often, which is just mind-blowing to me. So T-Mobile is already huge. T-Mobile is already like made such a huge impact. Like everybody knows about T-Mobile. And so if that's the case, and there's like a whole there's a whole industry that's impacted the world, like how is it that I have reached my own capacity, you know, of impact? I just keep using that as my reminder that that my work is not done here. And the interesting thing about the situation I'm currently in is I've chosen to work a 9-to-5 that supports me greatly in many different ways. So I am happy to be there, and yet at the same time, my my business, my LLC that I have started, is what I'm trying to grow and have impact the world. There's only so much that I can do. There's only so many things that I can work on in a day geared towards that growth. And so the growth is certainly taking time. But yeah, I've created a transformation accountability program. I have created a challenge on an app to help people achieve their goals and have accountability and something to work towards. I have just really simplified. It's all that it takes is just to simplify a problem, create a solution, and ask people to go, to be a part of it. Oh, I hadn't even looked up in a while. Hey, Depeche Mode. Yeah, I'm a homegirl. I love that. It's been going pretty good. I don't know how long ago you said that, but I've just been, I don't know if you're still here or not. I'm guessing you're getting in your workout right now, so good on you. I'm doing a little bit of business related stuff, trying to send out some letters. I'm kind of curious as to what you would think. Cool. I'm kind of curious as to what you would think, like trying to visualize it in the mind of someone who may or may not. That's always the tricky thing about marketing and sales and whatnot. It's like sometimes there is, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. There is an audience out there, and you don't quite know their pain points or what would really resonate with them and how to speak to them and whatnot. And so you're kind of just testing and feeling out the waters. And so what I have done is I wrote a letter to this particular neighborhood because I'm just like feeling it out, right? And I don't know what my response rate will be. I don't know if I'll even get a response. I don't know if this will land on people. well. I mean, it's not an aggressive letter. I know that if I were to get a personal letter, I don't want it to be fitness and eat your vegetable. Like, I just don't need it to be aggressive, especially if it's related to fitness. Like, I feel like people who are just exercising and they're like pumped up with energy and like they just think that everything is making sense of what they're saying, but it's really not, and it's just kind of a little bit too much, and it doesn't speak to the audience very well. And so I'm trying to keep all these things in mind, that if you're marketing yourself and you're trying to get yourself out there and see who could use your help, like genuinely, you want to show them that you have like a really good solution for what they may or may not like have noticed that they have. But what I have noticed, and so have other people, like I'm not just making this up out of thin air, but, and you know, Depeche Mode, you could probably, you know, agree with this, is that there is just a huge, not only is there, and like I've been following this woman on Instagram. She's a doctor, and she studies muscle development. So what she has said on stage in front of other people is that there's a huge, not like, the way she said it was really clever. We're not overweight, we're under muscled. And when she said that, that blew my mind. And this was like over a year or two ago, because to me that makes 100%, 1000% sense. Like, without muscle, of course you would gain fat, because that's what's helping you stay alive. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But if people are into aesthetics and we want to lose fat, the real like solution is to put on muscle. So, which then converts, sure, the whole idea should be community focused, if I'm understanding you correctly. You know your skills and worth, show that and be the leader. Okay, cool, thank you. Steal that quote. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I've already like made these letters. I know over time my letters will get better and better. But yeah, I'm kind of tempted. I'll just write it in there, like, but I don't know, like, is that, I could probably write that somewhere else, like maybe on my website or something, like, you know, just know, like, we're not overweight, we're under muscled. But it exactly like encapsulates the idea that like we are all functioning kind of like we're just forcing our bodies to depend on the joints, which is why we have so much joint pain. We're also eating things that cause inflammation, which hurts our joints, which then we can't, you know, like it's a whole thing, right? And I have certainly found my own passion for it. And so my whole program is based around growing your muscle. So of course, then there's myths to bust, because women are probably still low-key afraid, like, oh, I don't want to become a She-Hulk. So there's that kind of mindset or that kind of fear. But hopefully, for the most part, we're kind of over that, and we understand that that won't really ever happen unless I train for it. So yeah. Oh, thank you. I don't think we've met, Alejandro. This is your first time here. Hopefully you see my poll thing. The poll options, poll thing, I don't know what to call it. You can vote down below. It'd be awesome to have you subscribe and stick around. Yeah, exactly. Depeche Mode, women don't become She-Hulks unless they have extra help, and wink wink, you know what I mean. Exactly. Extra help in so many different ways. It's so true. It's like, I don't know, does this help? Like, I've been training since I was 10, and I feel like I'm pretty darn skinny and scrawny. Like, I could certainly grow more. So I feel like I'm kind of a perfect example of like, look at me, I've done this for a while and I'm not a She-Hulk. You could do it too. You know? So yeah. All right, drink your water, people. So yeah, just with the whole letter thing, I've been going back and forth about that for all morning pretty much. Like, do I send them? Is this gonna like actually be worth it? Are people going to actually respond and take me up on it? And I don't know, but I've also been on the free trial of the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I never tried that before, and I am not really one to try really expensive programs like this. So and I'm really not also one to try out the free trials either, because you kind of end up getting sucked into it and then somehow can't cancel it, and then you have a charge, and then that kind of sucks. But anyways, and I do have to cancel the membership here soon, otherwise I'll be getting charged almost like $900 that I don't have for a program that I may or may not get anything out of. So far I've gotten a lot of no's, which has really really opened my mind to what busy high level like executives, CEOs, you know, really like high up there people messaging. And of course there feels like a huge gap between what I'm offering and what they're doing most of the time. If they're already up here and I'm like way down here, you kind of think like, how the heck am I going to like elevate them to like come up to where I am? But I was doing a little bit of research and figuring out how could I bridge that gap. And I would basically just have to be like a super premium program, and I would need to know their pain points. Like, as someone who works that much and as someone who's that busy, like how do I meet them at where they're at? And because they might be like out of shape because they work so much, but for some reason it's not always a priority, and or they're already in pretty darn good shape, because business and athletics, if you're a high achiever in your athletics, you're most likely a high achiever in your business as well. Let me read this. I'm all for getting on the gear for the record. For myself, my father died of a heart attack at 47, so I'm staying away. Research on HGH to sway me. Oh, interesting. Interesting point there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, are you making you're differentiating between what's the natural stuff and the not so natural stuff? Are you saying that he died of a heart attack because he wasn't healthy? Let me see if I'm picking up on what you're saying, right? I'm over. So, okay. So there's a little bit of fear for yourself to stay healthy, right? Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your dad. Oh, snap, it's 8 o'clock already. That was fast. Okay, cool. Well, that leads me to wonder, have you always been into fitness, or because of what happened to your dad, that this has been the fire under your ass that you've needed to take the steps? And when, and I guess I'll ask another one after that. But yeah, was that the motivator you needed to get into fitness? Because he wasn't healthy, you decided to be healthy and to exercise and all those things. So I wonder then if that's an interesting point that you make, because I even have a client who says, like, I fear the aging. I don't know if that's the exact way she put it. Like, she fears getting stiff and unable to feel mobile. She wants to just keep feeling like herself. So I wonder if there's a way to write a letter that kind of goes along with avoiding or tackling the fear, right? Because of what your dad went through, that kind of, that's an interesting point. That makes a letter so much more real. Watching our loved ones. Huh. That's getting me thinking. Because it's one thing to be an informative letter, but if a letter also has yes, I did major. I got my associates in psychology. Yeah, I don't think, oh, well, you can. It's right there on, there's some proof right there. I've got both of my degrees and my CPT, I think, somewhere around there. But yeah, my 2 degrees are there on the wall. They're not framed or anything, but shows you how much I care. Shows you how much I care about my education, about my accomplishments, I should say. They were my accomplishments. I succeeded in getting 2 degrees. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, I wonder if I should use that as kind of an iterated part of my letters. If that's interesting. I should write that down. I really should. Thank you for sharing that. Because something about, and of course, I don't want to like just fear people into like into doing as I say, or like you don't want to fear people into anything, but oh no. Are you kidding me? No. I had written something. I had written a message to someone and it didn't go. I just refreshed the page and it didn't go through. That is really obnoxious, but okay. I will rewrite it. No fear, I will rewrite it. Can Oh, my cats love to snuggle me. I have a cat right here and I have a cat right here. Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, sometimes we'll lose focus, we'll forget, the reason why we started, right? I know I forget who I am. I forget my story. I forget my fire, basically, is what some people call it. And so yeah, I totally get that. And what did your dad do, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Like, what do you think was like the healthy path meant for him versus what he actually did, which led him to passing away? Let's see. I'm like blah, 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 blah. Just typing all of this out right now before I should really start getting ready for work, so I can leave soon. But yeah, my 5 to 9s in the morning before I go to my 9 to 5, as people, it's kind of a trend now right now, which is kind of cute, is not really to follow a routine to the T. If anything, it's just to figure out what my top 2 priorities are and just get those 2 things done so they can be relatively easy to achieve, at least in my mind, right? So my dad was a wild man. My dad was pretty wild too. That kind of explains both of our wildness. Just gonna say that. Because I feel like kids of wild parents are relatively pretty excitable, but we still have our head pretty screwed on, right? If that makes sense. I was going to bars when I was 15. Holy moly. My theory is when he was having an affair with a coworker and she wouldn't leave her husband, he got depressed and gave up. Oh, that's really sad. Yeah, my dad loved sports. He was like an adrenaline junkie. He jumped off cliffs. He scuba dived and caught crabs down at the bottom of the ocean. He did some crazy stuff. And so, yeah, part of me admires it, and then I also just think that the higher your highs are, the lower your lows. And so for him to be trying to create so many different forms of highs, he had very, very low moments in his life. And yeah, my dad's not alive either, just by the way. I don't know if I'd mentioned that before. Whatever the case is, there's proactive forms. There are proactive measures you can take that will help you feel like you are not just avoiding the fears in your mind of what if, but what can I do to combat and thank this fear for being the fire under my ass. Let's see, I got that from context. Oh. Yeah. Yep, so shoot, I just realized I didn't really get much of a workout in. That's because my two priorities for today were to duplicate, or what's the right word? It was to make my new February Solin challenge, my fitness, nutrition, and mindset challenge, that anybody's welcome to join, by the way. And what was the other one? And I think it was to work on these letters. Yes. Yep, that's what it was. It was the letters and the Solin challenge. Because even though we are like kind of just getting to the halfway point, even though we're kind of just getting to the halfway point of this challenge, there are already people who want to join the next one. And so I am getting that ready. Huh. That's cool. It's very interesting how when you message 1 million people, even if those 1 million people never get back to you, you always get one person who needs your help. Woo! And makes it worth all the time. I swear I probably spent like 2 hours trying to message people to see who is interested. Right? So yeah, but I really ought to start getting ready for work here soon. So I'm so excited. Okay, I'm having a girly moment, so brace yourselves. Oh, sorry, kitty. I scared my kitty. So my mom has connections to, so my mom works at a school, so you can tell that, as you can imagine, you run into a lot of people throughout your day. So my mom has some friends who have some friends who have other friends, whatever the case is, there's connections, who has a shopping addiction, is what she's told me. And as what I've gathered, someone who somehow has an unlimited wallet, I don't know who, and has loved shopping at all these nice and fancy places, has given away all of these dresses and all of these clothing items, and I got to pick some. So, very excited for my outfit for today because it's one of those dresses. I'm gonna wear it to work. I wore something cute yesterday and made me feel very, made me feel so put together. I loved it. I need that kind of energy like every day. Like, I worked as a personal trainer for about almost a year. And every day I just got to wear leggings, a workout shirt, whatnot. And after a while, I just like so over it. Like I kind of just knew deep down that I just wanted to dress so much better than that. And so, so let me write this message. I really only have like 13 or so minutes. Sweet. I'll catch up on messages, but let me also show you like what I got going on here. I've got this cat. This is Sleepy. He's so cute. All right, I'm also gonna read the comments. I live in North Scottsdale. Wardrobe dumps happen a lot there too, but seriously, it's important to feel good about your appearance. 100%. Oh, I forgot you said you're in Scottsdale, Arizona. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are funny. What is it like over there in Scottsdale, Arizona? I have always been curious. I hear that there, oh yeah, I already asked you this too. Like, there's a lot of wealthy people over there. Do you run into a lot of, I mean, it's like asking a Californian, have you ever seen a celebrity? It's like Surprisingly, I don't think I have. I don't think I have seen like Hollywood celebrities, at least not that I can remember, not in real life, whatever. Okay. Interesting. I might like have to go take a trip over there. Is it really hot though? I mean, I am not a fan of the heat. Like, it only gets up to like, I mean, it's gotten up to like 100 over here, of course, in the Bay Area. But, I hear it gets a lot hotter over there, the more inland that you are. You guys are so funny. Mostly athletes. Interesting. Oh, you're saying you run into mostly athletes? It would be so cool to like meet some really cool people over there. Huh. Let's see. So that kind of gets me thinking of like, me, and then this happens. Okay. Yeah, I should get ready for work so that I'm actually there on time. Let's see. But yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, I gotta head on out too. It was really fun to chat with you, Depression Mode. I'm very appreciative of your time and energy, and just this is like what I get on here for, is to like meet actual people who are just kind of down to chat and listen and aren't so, I don't know, like ADHD and like come and go and make weird rude comments and all that. You know, like I'm on here to meet like real genuine people. So yeah, but yeah, same. It's time to get ready for the day. So high five, you got in your workout, you got your shit done. I'll pick your brain a little bit more, maybe tomorrow or whatever, whenever the next time we get on there. So my kitties say hi and they say bye. All right, see y'all later. Bye.